Hi, I'm Lou, another episode of My Car Story. I'm here with Brian Grams. Brian, nice to see you. He's the director of Volo Auto Museum. And if you haven't been to Volo Auto Museum and you're a car fan, come to Volo, Illinois. They have 5 locations full of fantastic cars. And today we've got a special one that the public hasn't seen. It's the forgotten car. What's the forgotten car? James, thank you. I'll take that. Brian, let you tell a little bit about it. What do we have behind you today?
Well, right here we've got a custom built, one of one, 1974 Cadillac station wagon that was built for the king, Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley's personal station wagon. There we go. We've got the Tennessee plates. And some of you are thinking, really, how do we know this? Well, let's take a look at Graceland. And there it is in front of Graceland, along with the state of Tennessee's information. And Brian, you were sharing with me, Elvis bought a lot of cars.
Right, Elvis bought a lot of cars, and each and every one has been accounted for, and that's what kind of makes this one unique. Not only did he have it custom built for himself, and with the unusual colors, white with a pink top, and being a Cadillac station wagon, it was his own personal car, but it's also one that disappeared. It was bought by him new, and back in 1975, he traded it into a dealership. And from there, it was only exchanged between dealers. And in 1977 is the first time the car was ever sold to a public.
Wow.
It was 3 years after his passing. And the guy was a collector, and he paid $50,000 for this car back in 1977, which is the equivalent to just over $200,000 today.
Wow.
And that's the last of it. It's never, ever once been on public display. This is the first time.
This is it.
Ever.
My Car Story. You're seeing it here. Let's just show that cool thing on the trunk there.
It's got a clamshell tailgate.
So we kind of go up and down. We're not going to go all the way up because we don't want to lose those documents. But you get.
And there is actually a third row seating back there that folds up. It's another seat.
Third row seat. Is that just?
No, all the way forward.
Oh, the other way forward. Okay. All right. We won't pull that up, but we'll just trust that that's the case. Let me get an overall shot of the side of that car as that closes. And this is one big, long, white and pink ride.
Yeah, during the 70s, it said that white was Elvis's new pink.
White was Elvis's new pink, and this is the color. Okay. So, this is just really cool. All right, let's get some details from the king. Was there anything that had like an EP on it or anything like that sometimes he puts like monograms on his glasses? Check out the luggage rack or anything like that came off, or no?
I do have original pictures of the car, and it did have his TCB logo right by the door locks.
Okay.
They're no longer there, but
okay. The TCB being taken care of business, as Elvis used to say, and we're gonna show you the interior, but I just want to get an overall shot of the front. Pretty standard Cadillac in the front.
Correct.
I mean, for all intensive purposes.
Yeah, it's your Cadillac de Ville. What kind of makes it unique is it's a pillarless. It's a hardtop. The other conversion station wagons, I haven't seen any without the pillar. They all have the pillar.
We're going to take a quick look at what that looks like with the pillarless. And
Elvis put 5,000 miles on this car, and today it's only got 8,000 miles on it. So of the miles that are on here, they're mostly Elvis driven.
Elvis driven miles. Let's just take a look at some of the badging on there. And here's the pillarless windows.
You put the windows down and it's completely open.
And it's got a complete open area there. And there it is. Elvis and me have both opened this same door handles right there. Not going to wash that hand for a little while. That looks great. And it's roomy. No doubt about that.
Yeah, this car was kept at Graceland. And primarily what it was used for is to drive back and forth to the airport. This would haul his luggage.
We're going to sit where Elvis sat, folks. Let's just take a look at all of the details on the climate control. Cadillac logo. It's pretty well documented that Elvis loved Cadillacs. He got one for his mother. AM, FM, 8-track right there so that Elvis can play his own 8 tracks. I wonder if Elvis listened to a lot of other people's music. I'm sure he was inspired by that. Rear window defogger. The clock up there that you could see. The Cadillac logo. This is probably a place where he kept his sunglasses up here. And you can see from the back, it's a pretty long vehicle. We're going to let Brian and James, who have helped us, open up this hood. I'm going to feature this mirror as well. Because if you look on there, it's got a temperature gauge on it, so you can see what temperature it is outside from the inside of the car. So let's shut that. That's probably the biggest engine that Cadillac had at the time.
It's a 500 cubic inch.
500 cubic inch. Big distributor.
Something else that makes the car itself, just the history, unique. It's been out of the limelight for so long that nobody even knows about the car, not even the Elvis authorities. September 26, 1974 is a very well-known date to the Elvis community because Elvis had purchased and gave away 4 cars that day. His Uncle Vester was one of the cars. Sonny West was another one of the cars, and they're very popular cars today. Everybody knows about them. They've toured and been on display everywhere. But this one here, the only mention of the car is it not being mentioned at all. Elvis went in there that day and he bought 5 cars, and all the talk is about the 4 he gave away, but they don't mention the 5th car, which this was the 5th car,
and here it is.
And the whole reason Elvis was there to begin with. So if it wasn't for this car, those 4 would not have been bought and given away.
Pretty cool Cadillac. Let's shut that hood. Wow, that was a big shut. Stay right next to it, Brian. Brian, usually I'd say thanks for being on my car story, and this one, thank you very much.